All right, guys, let's get into a reading. So this is going to be a Pisces reading. Keep an open mind, okay? I will go ahead and warn you. I may cough. I may sneeze. I may start complaining about a headache. I'm still getting over my sickness. It's like I feel good, and then I go downhill very quickly. And then I feel good, and then I go downhill very quickly. So we're going to just take it minute by minute. I am going to throw in some updated pictures of Miss Ellabella so you guys can see that she has been making herself right at home. I also have a few announcements. So I do have gift certificates available. If you guys are interested in purchasing a gift certificate, I will quit selling them at the end of the year. But if you would like to purchase one, you can email me and I'll give you all the details and you can decide whether or not you would like to get a gift certificate. I also have an end of the year sale on my courses and workshops. All of those are going to be 50% off, and you want to check that out. You can find the code and where you can grab them down below, okay? So we're going to see what's coming in towards you that's new, okay? Let's see what's coming in towards you that's new. I want the energy coming in towards you that's new. What is interesting? I feel that this energy is very patient. I don't know why, but I feel that this person, I feel like this person, whoever this new person is that's about to be approaching you, that you're about to meet, there's this very like patient, soft, understanding. Some of you, what they just told me is that if you have felt that your life has been very traumatic and that most of your relationships have been like trauma bound, where it's like, I struggle with a relationship with my family, I struggle with friend relationships. Some of you are going to find someone new that's going to be coming across your path here very soon, where they've never had that problem. Some of you are going to have someone new coming towards you this person's very healthy. They're very patient. This is someone who they don't internalize when you cancel plans. Usually when we are a people pleaser or we are over accommodating, it is because we are taught that. We are taught that in our home or by people who mean a lot to us. Okay, we need you to over accommodate for us. When we're mad, we don't know how to regulate that, so you need to do those people pleasing skills and make us happy, please. Some of you have been that version of yourself, and I feel that you've gotten over it. You're starting to be able to differentiate between a healthy relationship, a toxic relationship. A lot of you are getting to a place where it's easier for you to let the things that maybe you want go, because it's an energy of, imagine that you go to get a car and you're like, no, this is the car that I want. This is everything that I want. But the person comes up to you and goes, yeah, well, honey, as soon as you drive off the lot, that thing is literally going to just crumble. Maybe the past version of you would have been like, you know what? I don't care. I can fix it. I might only get out of the driveway, but it's going to be fine. I'm going to figure it out. Now you're seeing that as a blockage. You're now seeing that type of energy that you would be like, might be a challenge. Maybe I should figure it out. Maybe I should try to fix this. You're now seeing it as a bridge closed, can't go that way. That's the energy I'm getting. And for a lot of you, again, you have grown up maybe having things in your life be harder than it needs to be. But whoever you're attracting to you hasn't been through that. And I feel like this person's going to be able to love you correctly. They're going to be able to understand you. Again, being patient. They're not going to internalize when you don't want to be touched. Maybe you don't want to be touched today. Maybe you're overstimulated and you're tired. Maybe past partners would be like, oh, you don't want me to touch you? Oh, you just think you better, don't you? This partner is going to be like, I can tell this has nothing to do with me. What's going on? Any other time it doesn't bother you when I mess with you, but it's bothering you now, which means something's got to be going on. Is something wrong? Are you tired? Are you hungry? That's what I'm getting. And for some of you, there are going to be people that come with this person that you've prayed for. Some of you have been praying. I feel like you've been praying for, I don't know if it's a family. I don't know if it's a certain, hold on. It's a certain like dynamic layout. There's a certain way you want your life to look when it has to do with a partner. Maybe your partner's family, their friends. It's all gonna fit. A lot of you have gotten to a place where you've really accepted what is, and it's allowing something like that to come in. This person's very accepting. Give me more for what's coming. Yeah, a lot of you have accepted that someone's unavailable. A lot of you here recently have unapologetically, you're like, you know what? You're as unavailable. It's like waiting on rain in a drought. It ain't gonna happen. Why am I being patient? A lot of you have really started to see someone as who they are, not who you want them to be. You know, it's interesting as I'm saying this, a lot of you are letting someone go where you could have put them on a pedestal. You could have maybe made them like a hero, but I want them. That's perfect for me. Are they perfect for you? Or is the fantasy and the illusion of what you think that this person is and who you think that they are and the type of individual you think that they are, is that who's perfect for you, or is it that person? Because 9 times out of 10, it isn't that person. You're only seeing maybe 15% of them. And the reason they're only showing you 15% is because if they showed you all of it, they know that you'd be like, oh, deuces out. This is a show. Nice try, though. I'm not paying for this. But you don't know yet. The curtains haven't opened with that unavailable person. You're still sitting in the front row, or at least you were, waiting for the show to start. Everybody's getting up and you're like, wait, what's happening? I thought we were gonna watch the show. I'm gonna be patient. It's gonna happen, right? It's kind of like you were the last to know that someone wasn't good for you, someone wasn't meant for you, someone wasn't best for you. But it could have been an energy of hell and high water. That person was going to try to hide that from you. They were going to try to work it in their favor. And if that means not saying what they know that they need to say, they're not going to say it. Why? Because that might give you closure. That might give you clarity that you need to make a final decision on your part. And if I don't tell you a truth, you can't make a final decision, which means we chilling in limbo. And a lot of you are like, no, we're done. We're done, we're done, we're done. So I am seeing an unavailable person that you have, what I just heard is discarded. Give me more for the new person that's coming towards you. Oh, wow. So this person is going to be obsessed with you. Obsession just come out. This person's going to be like obsessed. I want to talk to you. I want to see you. It's interesting. Okay, so what they're showing me is like when you meet up with someone and you're like, okay, we're just going to get together for coffee. And then next thing you know, you've been in there for 2 hours drinking coffee and you're like, okay, you know, we're having such a good time. I really don't want to end this. So why don't we go from coffee? Let's go just meet up for lunch. Do you want to meet me down the street at this Mexican restaurant? Let's do that. And then next thing you know, it's dinner time. You've closed down the restaurant and neither one of you want to go home. It's not a bad obsession. It's an obsession of, but wait, I don't want this to end. It's kind of like a vacation. There's that breath of fresh air energy that's coming in. I don't want this to end. It's like, it's a good obsession. It's like when you find a new hobby that allows you to forget about the hardships that you've had for that day, that just allows you to be in your own mind and your own presence for 60 minutes. That doesn't make it a bad thing. Very interesting. So for some of you, that could be the energy when you meet this new person, is not wanting to separate. You might find that there is a, well, okay, well, yeah, we said we would meet for coffee, but now let's go get lunch. Okay, lunch is over. I don't really want to separate. We could keep this conversation going. So why don't we go throw axes and we can talk over throwing axes, and maybe we'll even make it a friendly competition and see who's really the winner in this group. It could be an energy like that. And it's interesting that I said competition. So someone or both of you could have like competitive aspects. I don't feel that it's in a bad way, but I feel it's in a way of, let's have some fun. I'm hearing that song, let's have some fun, this beat is sick. Give me more for the energy coming towards you, this new person. Yeah, this is not a past person. This could be a soulmate. Some of you could be attracting a soulmate, but this is not anyone you've ever met. This is not anyone you know. This is not anyone you dabbled with. This is not Mark from the Walmart that you've had your own. This isn't Jason that you had a little situationship with. No. It's none of them. You ain't had a situationship with them. There is no complicatedness. Some of you, though, yeah, some of you have got to let go of someone who's not going to bring you what you want. Some of you are not wanting to see that in order to have what you're wanting, you're going to have to allow it to come from someone else. If you've been wanting something from someone for months and years, at what point are you going to say, I'm going to quit begging for water because you obviously ain't giving me any, and I'm going to take my water and I'm going to go elsewhere? It's called having self-respect. It's called having dignity. It's called being compassionate for yourself and having self-love. A lot of you, though, you got to let someone go. Give me more for the new. So I am seeing a message of truth. Okay, so the first thing I'm hearing is that this person's going to be really honest with you. They're going to be very forthcoming, but some of you are going to be so like, this is so easy. This is so simple. This is so effortless. Surely this can't be it. That's going to be some of your guys' energy. There is a little bit of indecisiveness. There is a little bit of like, yeah, I want new. I don't know if I do want new, though. So again, you need to recognize that some of you are wishing and hoping for collaboration from someone who is never going to give you collaboration. One day this person wants everything with you. The next day they don't even want to speak to you, okay? You need to see that clear as day. Now, when it has to do with this new person, some of you are a little maybe unsure what full-blown collaboration looks like or what you want collaboration to look like in a connection. So for some of you, you could be teetering between, well, I would like for us to live together. Well, actually, I would prefer us to have separate rooms. It's like one day you're like, no, I want to get married. I want it all. And then the next day you're like, man, I think we can live separate and just kind of keep everything separate, but just have companionship. There is a little bit of that energy here. Yeah. So I'm seeing a lot of happiness. I'm seeing a lot of fun. I'm seeing it starting small. I'm seeing you guys maybe going out, dating, drinking. Some of you could even be on dating apps, swapping. Some of you could be speed dating. Some of you might not want to see that the thing that you need to do is the thing that's holding you back from your future lover. So if you don't want to get on dating apps, for some of you, that's where you're going to find your partner. It's like the thing that you're needing to do is something you don't want to do. Now, for some of you, that ex is going to come back when you're in the beginning stages of something new. Some of you are going to have an ex or someone that you were once energetically attached to that did not collaborate, this person was not a team player. Now, you maybe wished and hoped that they would be a team player, but don't get it twisted, they weren't. That person could come back out of nowhere and try to offer something when you're giving your attention, your time, your effort to someone else. So be aware of that, okay? Now, this new person, I'm seeing a lot of fun. I'm seeing, this is random. Some of you could travel back to a place that you once lived, visited. Maybe you have family there. I don't know why, but this Judgment card is making me feel, maybe there's a town that you visit. You used to visit it all the time, but here recently you've gotten to a point where you're like, man, I don't really go over yonder anymore. That's not really where I put all my time, my energy, my effort. It got kind of boring. Some of you might find that you are going to feel inspired to go back to that place. You know, maybe it's a vacation spot. Maybe it's where family lives. Again, maybe it's just a town where you drive through on Sundays and you kind of do a little dabbling and shopping because it ain't too far from your house, but it's far enough to where you don't go enough. You might find that you revisiting somewhere is going to have someone come across your path. I think it's going to be very unexpected. I think it's going to be abrupt. I think you're going to be shocked that you're getting what you want, so much so that a part of you is going to say, no, this isn't what I want. Not because you don't want it, but because deep down I feel that it's kind of a defense mechanism. I feel that when you meet this new person, you're going to be at a place where you're giving to yourself so much so that your mind isn't going to be on giving to someone else. So when the opportunity presents itself, this person's going to be like obsessively like, how can I make this work? Ooh, if I let you out of my fingertips, I don't know if I'll see you again. I don't know if you're going to pick up the phone and actually call me, or if you're going to answer when I call, which could be another reason why this person doesn't want to leave your presence. I want you to get to know me enough that when we leave here, you want to get to know me more. Not a little bit of, that was a nice little bookmark for an hour. So glad I got some coffee. I'll probably never think about you again, because we all have those type of people. I guarantee if you sit down right now, there are people that you've entertained, talked to, maybe even dated that you forgot about. There's people that I've dated that I have forgot about. I ran into one of them the other day. Forgot all about him. I was like, oh, wait, don't I know you? Yeah, girl, we used to date. Oh, okay. Sorry, because my memory be trashed sometimes. I'm going to tell you something. If I want to remember something, I will. And if I don't, I won't. That is me. But that's what I'm getting. Some of you, that could be happening to you. Some of you could be getting a message of truth or a message of bad news around some sort of family unit. Doesn't have to be family, but it's people you classify as family. So these would be friends that you're like, no, that's my sister, that's my brother. You could be getting a message of truth or a message of bad news. It could be around someone in that dynamic learning a lesson. It's a little bit of like your best friend's getting back with that crappy ex. You know it ain't gonna go anywhere, but you definitely ain't gonna waste your voice saying, why are you doing this? That could be coming out as well. It has something to do with a lesson. It has something to do with this person not seeing something clearly. They just told me to remind you, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, okay? So do not stress yourself out about trying to get other people to see something that you see. You might see it because you've learned the lesson. Allow them to learn theirs. So again, this new person, I really like this new person. I think it's going to be very unexpected. It's going to be something that you've manifested. I just heard it's a small world. See, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a little bit of like, you mean to tell me I've been in this town for the past 3 years. I come here every Sunday to shop and I've never met you. But now I'm meeting you and you tell me that you also shop here on Sundays. We just have been missing each other for the past 3 years, about 30 minutes shy. You're joking. That's what I'm getting here. But I do feel for a lot of you, you had to get to a place where you are accepting what your reality is. It doesn't matter if that person comes back. It doesn't matter if that person calls. If they do, awesome, perfect, great, love that. If not, awesome, perfect, great, love that. Some of you had to really get to a point where you're so emotionally detached that you're not putting something on a pedestal that doesn't deserve to be on a pedestal. Be careful putting people on a pedestal. I seen a thing the other day and it was a girl and she said, you know, I've had a crush on this guy for 6 years. She said that I've literally wanted to lick the ground that guy's walked on. She said, and guess what, y'all? I got my dream. I went out with him. It was fun. She said, but the moral of the story is don't meet your heroes, y'all. She said, it was fun, but I was so disappointed because that person could not live up to what I made in my head, the fantasy that I made. Don't meet your heroes. You also hear that about celebrities. You think that they're so sweet. Oh my God, you're so perfect. You're so sweet. You're so kind. Just because someone seems to be something doesn't mean that they are. And a lot of you have learned that the hard way. Give me something here for this person. I do get whoever you're going to be going to is also in a season of pouring into their self. person, whoever this new person is, could be going through some sort of trigger or drama in their life right now. It could be triggering inner child wounds. It could also be showing that they're resisting some sort of change. Now, for some of you, this is you. For some of you, you are in some sort of disharmony with someone that you love and you care about. And there is a part of you that's wanting to heal this. But the reason you want to heal this is because that's a learned behavior. You were taught that it was your problem to fix relationships. When someone ghosts you, you should fix it. Chase them. Ask them why they've ghosted you. When someone's rejected you, you have the tendency to say, wait a second, why are you running? Let me chase. Let me show you you shouldn't be scared of me. Let me show you that I can be very understanding and I give unconditional love. A lot of you have been resisting the new. A lot of you are scared of the new. You're clinging to the disharmony. You're clinging to a relationship that is wounding you, that could even be reminding you of some sort of dynamic from your childhood. That could be for some of you. So there are restrictions at this moment for this new person, okay? For a lot of you, the restriction has been you needing to learn a lesson. I'm just going to be honest with you. And once you learn the lesson, that contract will be paid, okay? Yeah, someone here is trying to figure out why they feel lost, why they feel so left out in the cold, why they don't feel enough. This could be you. Give me something for this new person. Now, this could be this new person that's about to be coming to you as well. They could be in the process of doing shadow work. So you and this new person are actually one of the same. Remember me saying at the beginning, I didn't feel that this person has been through really, really, really bad, traumatic things. Like, this isn't someone who had to raise theirself at the age of 5 because their parents sadly were addicts. This isn't someone who grew up in an abusive home where you didn't speak till you were spoken to, and let's see what kind of mood mom and dad's in, because if they in a bad one, we walking on ice. That isn't this person. That wasn't how they were raised. But I do think that there's something that they're learning. There's something that they're trying to figure out. There's information that they're trying to gather. And it has to do with them feeling a void within. So this person right now is in a process of soul searching. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? That could be what's going to be pulling them to you, though. That could be for some of you. Why do I feel that I'm missing something? Oh, because I am. Something's calling out to me and it's saying, hey, come get me, come find me. And I'm feeling the need to come find something and I don't know what it is. It's you. But right now, this person could be doing shadow work. So both of you are mirroring one another. Both of you are really releasing things, people, places, and things that have made you feel wounded, made you not feel enough, that have maybe even left you out in the cold. Very interesting. A lot of you are going to start getting a lot of signs when it gets close to this person appearing in your life. Okay? God, there's going to be a lot of passion. A lot of passion. A lot of passion, a lot of lust, a lot of chemistry, and there's going to be a lot of action being taken on this person's part. So this is going to be an action taker. This is going to be someone who, again, there's passion. I want to build this. I want to do this. Can we tell I'm starting to get hoarse? This person wants to give and receive equally. This is going to be someone who's going to text you and say, hey, we should do this. I think this would be so much fun. And when you write back, that would be a great idea. Awesome, because I done booked it. We're going this day. It's going to be at this time. I'm so glad you want to go. That's going to be this person's energy. You're going to have a lot of fun with this person. And again, there's going to be a lot of chemistry. I do think that this is going to be a very balanced connection. I think this is also going to be a long-lasting connection. I really do think for a lot of you, this is going to be the person that you're going to go the long term with. For some of you, I just heard you could even start a business with this person. Yeah. This person could love the way that you look at them. It could be very healing for them. I just heard you look at me like I hang the moon and the stars. This person's also going to save your pictures on their phone. This person is going to, like, the backdrop of their phone, it's going to be you. The save screen, it's going to be you. You go through their photos, guess what? It's you sleeping, it's you napping, it's you cooking, it's you driving, it's you at the beach, it's you. This is going to be someone, when I tell you, this person's going to be obsessed with you. I'm not joking. I'm not being dramatic. I'm serious. This person is going to worship the ground that you walk on, but I feel like it's going to be mutual. And I feel like that's what's going to be so healing. There's going to be a lot of healing for both of you here. Healing on some sort of inner child issue that you have, and healing for them because maybe they've never felt enough. Maybe this is a man or a woman who always felt that it was meant for them to give. That's what I do, right? I give. You know, I know a lot of people who didn't have really traumatic childhoods, who grew up, you know, maybe their parents got divorced, but they didn't have to go without food. They weren't moving schools every 2 weeks. There was things that happened in their life that were life-changing, that were traumatic in its own way. But I know people like that who will sometimes say, you know, because I grew up the way that I did, I feel that everyone's wants and needs are my priority. Because when you do grow up in those really tight-knit families, you become one. When they're sad, you're sad. When their life's crumbling, your life's crumbling. If you grow up in that type of family dynamic, that's what I'm getting for this person. But I do feel that growing up in that type of dynamic, where it's like, you know what, the family's crumbling, we're all gonna come in together, we're gonna do this, everyone sacrifice, that's what you do, that's valid. But it could have also put this person in a season of not feeling enough alone, needing to understand what they were missing. What did they feel that they were missing? Why did they feel that something was void within them? I think you guys' meeting's going to help this person see that it was never that something was void. It was because they were searching for you. It's because their soul was like, hey, it's time to go search for them. Very interesting. I'm going to have to stop. I'm losing my voice. I'm probably about to get laryngitis. Okay, I'm going to leave this here because I sound like crap. Be patient with me, guys. Have a blessed day.